Don't stop for Liberia. From the center to interior. They keep it us safe, let's stop in crowd for Allah.
For the next 13 days, I will keep you crying. And you're crying all over the place? What I will continue to do, I've already succeeded in completely demoralizing your base. You're just crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. How dare you, foolish, desperate people, talk about rescue country. Joseph Boakai couldn't even rescue himself. Some of you passing around, oh, cause I did, cause I died. Where were you when I raised him money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you all? Sitting there talking nonsense. Talking about cause I ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boakai, your God. Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boakai deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny it? He will never deny it because he knows this to be true.
Some of you thought I was never going to praise service of Boakai. Yeah. Because I went to counties. I'm not criticizing because I want to criticize. I'm criticizing because we said yesterday, former President, we have a right private jet. But the Joseph Boakai at brought to power is flying private jet from here to go to Lofaland. Yeah. But I will speak because people in Saturday saw me our passing to go on my comfort. Spend my own money to bring him to power because we thought the wrong yesterday was going to be right today. Yeah. I had no regret to vote against one person here. But the people that are brought to power will regret why I have to vote for the NHM people. This country is a better place and will be a better place. Yes, sir. Because there's money in the country that we can live from. We don't need money from outside. So, but we don't want to empower people here. We say that our lawmakers, we have become lawbreakers. We have become criminals. We put all the money in the budget for ourselves and leave them out. I want to challenge some of your lawmakers. Some people say they want this senator. They're breaking all the law. The law is really breaking the law, but you want to go out. You know why people want to go out? Because they want to increase the time. They say they're too short. You cannot be a cancer, then you want to run blue. You cannot be a lawmaker that then you strike with the law that we lay ourselves. Then you say you want this senator, then you waste your time. Nobody here can be for the government equal to me. But when we can people, it's not happening and it will never happen. The only thing they are there for, when last people go there, government keep and say, sacrifice people. Don't know what more say, give me 1% I won't go in law. But they sit down over there in their family because they need work. It's not the person that needs work, and not the person sacrifice person that want there. We implore our family because some people are happy. Because it is a time to be happy. It is nobody's time when the country is not better. It is everybody's time when the country is better. And we give this as a challenge to all of you people. 2029, we may be on the ballot for the presidency. Where we will come here and say, you people will have to appoint a commissioner for sacrifice. They are educated people. It's not about education. It's about how well you govern the people. They got people that got degrees. They know nothing. The only person with entry people that they can't achieve nothing from. Our marketeers will come to power. In every country, at least 2 million and break out of marketeers, spending runners, and younger boys to empower themselves. The money is there, but everything is long way back carrying the benefit up. Because we are close.
Tell Joseph Boakai to forget about Yaka Koluba.
What did Paladino Yaka Koluba?
He tell Yaka Koluba. Tell Yaka Koluba crossing you. You are not on the thing that you talk. You forsake yourself while Yaka Koluba crossing you. Whether Yaka Koluba crossing Korea, you want to know what life is Yaka Koluba. So to them, and we know who they say about
you go for Yaka?
Yes.
From Benin.
Because Yaka Kulba and the one that is talking to him was. So you are telling to me Yaka Kulba because a budget.
Oh, Yaka can be calling to the president. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, we want to do for power, do for Joe. Yes. They have been saying that we are not going to have to do. When you are not going to do Yaka Kulba, you say that people are not to do. Yaka Kulba are not to be crossing. You understand? You understand? You know Yaka Kulba. You go look for Yaka Kulba there. You say that on the line.
You go for Yaka?
Yes, yes, yes. They want to respect Yaka Kulba for them. We don't want to respect Yaka Kulba for them. We don't want you. They don't want to respect Yaka Kulba. They don't want to respect Yaka Kulba. They don't want to respect Yaka
You said the president is the one anything you want to say on our phone, leave you. Thank you so much.
Hello.
My phone, you made mistake.
What's that?
I heard that phone indeed after the whole election and him has come. If you get my preaching more Sunday, you will conclude that I'm right. But will you rescue as a nomenclature after winning? The broadcast, I don't even answer my phone, don't pick me up. They don't let me down. I know they leave me at home. I don't talk because God knows what is happening. And everything I will accept it because our son who is vice president to him from Nima, the Nima will not understand if I start hating on workers. The Senate got a type of worker. When we are good, the Senate is comprehensive report of the funding and the type of people ruling, the amnesty law, and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided on budget. And said the way forward is a power hub discussion. Then our brother can now, he is deceived and coming there. They don't there, don't be there. And now where is just thinking, how can I wait better? How can I do? You want to go after people? Then, the CDC control the law in the upper. So they went, how can I wait? How can I feel it? But I think they did a resolution that passed. Yeah, because the money cost them. Then they said, so they did let it send. Then something happened. One of them almost ran to Yombi house. Then the brother asked me,
one more freedom for one more freedom for
Oh, yes, indeed.
Freedom fight.
What a great day.
When they
What an interesting opportunity it feels
I want a kid.
to be back behind these microphones
When they kid.
to engage
They change.
on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development.
Freedom fighters.
We're at the freedom fighters.
They are freedom fighters.
They're ripping our children. They're stealing our resources.
Freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They
Corrupting our system.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our.
They're whooping 900 million.
Aye.
Goes to less than 2% of the Liberian population.
Ayo.
Who makes that decision?
Oh, ayo. Yeah.
The President of the Republic of Liberia submits his plan
Aye.
for how he intends to use the Liberian people money.
Ayo. Oh, yeah, yo.
Part of his plan,
Yeah, yo, ayo.
Joseph Numa Boaka has collected 900 plus million United States dollars to be used for only him and those he has appointed in government and other people working for him.
When they
The rest of us are to
labor,
hawk the nearest LEC transformers.
they were liberator. But when they kill their ground, they
So for 2026, our hands will be folded, looking at government officials,
welcome.
milking and flying around the place
freedom fighters.
because they have whooping $900 million
They are freedom fighters.
in the draft budget 2026 for themselves.
Freedom
The
fighters.
freedom fighter, you kill.
With little or no,
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter.
little or nothing invested in the people,
Freedom fighters.
Aye, ayo, ayo.
as most of
Yeah, yo.
the PSRP,
Yeah, yo.
PSRPs in the budget
Ayo, ayo.
are tied to contingency revenue.
Yeah, yo, ayo, ayo, ayo. Yeah, yo.
So revenues, money that government know whether they're not sure whether they will get it or they will not get it. And so those are the ones they pour medicine to the hospital, they put it on all those kind of money. Maybe they do not say we'll give you something, but we show you. The government say, okay, so we'll put JFK medicine, we'll put it right under here. So anytime they do not send the money, so assuming the donor does not send the money, or donors fatigue happening, that whole sector for 2026, you're forgetting. You're on your own. Electricity expansion. All of these are tied to contingency revenue, and that is the most troubling part of it all. And these are the conversations you try to elevate, bring a consciousness to the minds of the people. And you have some very small-minded individual out there and will be thinking and saying, oh, our portrayal is an indication as though the country is about to burn and all of that. It's just being weak and lacking courage. When people do not have courage from within, and that's how they settle for mediocrity. And kudos to an article written by Councillor Tiewonse Gonglo, which was for me very eye-opening and of course awakening for a lot of you lazy minds, weak thinkers, to get up from your slumber and start to dream big and think big and put more for Liberia instead of settling for mediocrity. So we are not portraying that tomorrow you expect fire to come all over the country, but indeed we are presenting a picture that presents bleak hope and of course a dark future for the country. If all of its revenue, all of its generated resources who serve only a few with no investment in the future of the country, oh yes, that is hell coming down. So good morning. Welcome to yet another intriguing conversation right here on the big station, the People's Radio, Freedom 87.9, beaming live and direct from the center of Monrovia, from the city center. Too many things to talk about, lots of things happening in the country. Welcome to our friends, our fans and followers. Those of you in the diaspora, it's always a good thing to have you join us each and every other morning for issues making news in Liberia. Oh yes, we will pick him back on the unsavory attack launched on or against the people of Nimba by a man I describe as a very corny politician and somebody who, of course, is part of the problems that's wrong with Liberia and, of course, the politics in Liberia. Darius DeLong, this has presented a perfect opportunity to create the necessary consciousness and education around who the character is, so that we can prevent the reoccurrence of these kinds of mischaracter entering into our politics, especially at the highest end. Oh yes, DeLong, we have it for 1 month. This is the opportunity to clearly tell the country who you are versus what they think and have known you to be. So yesterday I listened to Higa talked about his latest conversation at a Liberty Party event, where he himself have said that, look, going forward, I'm going to employ only Liberty partisans. So when we come here and say, oh, the country is divided, the country is on partisanship, ethnicity, sectionalism, and of course, all of the other vices of division, and of course, you'll be there arguing. They're coming or they're confessing, they're professing, and they're making a law or a principle for themselves. Is that the country you want? And that's what Mobile Molu and Stan is saying. Look, we have to send a shock wave. We have to vibrate the system. December 17th, there is a mass rally to re-establish order in Liberia. The way the country is proceeding is unacceptable, and of course, the December 17th leave protest is a great thing. Once you feel you're out there, you're being denied, and your country is not running, look, for now, 2029 is a hell of a long time. And to be enduring all of these man-made difficulties and sufferings, and you think you can use any means to alter it, it's unacceptable. Oh yeah, wake up. December 17th, Liberians have to rally and send a message to the leadership that you are displeased with the manner in which the government fighters have turned to looters, rapists and criminals, broad day criminals. They're stealing from the people, they're stealing from the children, the unborn children. Pregnant women are dying. On a daily basis. The presidential convoy motorcade is killing people. One other confused Unity Party idiot called on the show yesterday to talk about how people politicize. You must be a fool to call here and talk about politicizing. Do you stand the moral ground? We're talking about politicizing. Have you forgotten how you clinch onto power in this country? Lies and deception, propaganda, and you open your stinking mouth to talk about somebody politicizing. So who killed the man? Who killed the cyclist at Todi Junction? The non-presidential convoy. What is politics about that? The politics is when the president and of course the Ministry of State refuse to demonstrate empathy to the family for the loss. Folks, these plus other issue right here on the big station, Freedom 87.9. My name is Abu, and of course, Hagar is here. He has been holding the ground, and of course, I've been out there on a very long weekend. Hagar, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Abu. Good morning to you, and good morning to the Liberian people. Abu has been running after his confirmation hearing at the Liberian Senate. So, yeah, we'll get something shocking for you.
Don't make rescue will come and start protesting somewhere.
Like they did to your man Kanye, Kanye needs a popping up
Yeah.
somewhere.
Oh,
Rescue people went there. They said, no, that thing ain't happy. Right? Yeah, so it had to slow down the level of what the president in fight.
But
people
let me
around the
that
president
thing
were
that
thinking.
can you let me see maybe for some if Baga decide to change his mind and try to be a better person and he say, oh, we gotta bring some decent people on board, and he recognized me as one of those people that their pa get the country, and whether somebody pa owns the country more than their friend, then we know.
Good morning, Abu. But again, Abu is a Manchester United fan, so if you are speaking to people like Abu this morning, you have to be very special in your speech. Let me say good morning to you, Abu, and good morning to Cause Helps. Good morning to Windell Nimble and just all of you, the Manchester United fan. Everton got red carded in the 17th minute, and Manchester United. Manchester United conceded goal around the 30 minutes, and Manchester United was defeated yesterday, which is very terrible. Gerard Morris himself.
So what happened?
Wow. I mean, the thing about you is you are always good.
But in our team,
Oh,
so
okay,
why
now-
not worry about? We agreed. We mean it to do it. Yeah.
Oh, you mean about the beer?
We mean it.
That's true. But first, good morning. We are here on a more serious note. We are here to continue with the Liberian people's job. It's 5 days to run out this month. 5 days to run out this month, and of course, you got 36 days to climax 2026. We got a little over 100.
2025 or 2026.
2025. Sorry. You got a little over 100. 20 some more days or 30 days to climax the Buakas region. So we still counting too many things to talk about, and we will continue to talk about these things. We are here. November 29 promises to be an interesting one. We got international guests coming to us from the Big Brother Niger house. So it's an opportunity for you to go and interact with your favorite housemates.
So I hope your program will not do twerking Benin.
No,
No, you gotta make sure.
no, but the fight is about
So no twerking.
those who are coming are
Because twerking bringing problem, bro.
those who are coming are all responsible people.
No,
In
come
fact,
on, no one. People
they are
twerk
coming
in me,
to-
they're not responsible.
They are coming to Abu.
People twerk in me.
But folks, let's forget about Abu the morning. For those of you following us, the Win Liberia first anniversary promo is still on, and like we've said, those of you who are continuously following us here, you have the opportunity to win 5,000 Liberian dollars here as instant cash prize, and also also walk away with out of 10,000. And then our back to school promo, not back to school, but the first anniversary bonanza where you could win a flash screen television for the 3-inch smart, standing fan, Kama 40, and several other prizes out here. And of course, a bag of 25 kg rice. The holiday is coming. And for just 50 Liberian dollars or 25 cents, all of these things you could win it. Or you could win any of them. And the code for this morning, as always, is *255*1#. *255 *1#, and then you be asked the currency you want to play from. Once you select the currency you want to play from, you stand a chance right here to win something. So 7 minutes up until 8 o'clock. Let's do it between now to 8:10. We can see if we can do a draw. It's up to you. The more you play, the better your chances are to win.
That's correct. Sorry. So folks, welcome back. And this is a great opportunity. I sent you some of the video. I want us to talk about that a little
Which
bit.
one, the president?
Yeah, the one that flew in the air and all of that. But that's something on my mind this morning. We always have people here, particularly in our field of studies, that would say they are reporters without borders, right? Which is indicative of the fact that they go all out and they bring you all of the news. So, but I have been observing these very reporters without borders. It seems they are having borders now. And it is important for us to call ourselves out while we are calling other people out, we're calling politicians out. It's important that we call them out. And we've said it is a good thing to be organic, and of course, being known for the values that you stand for is important, right? In this work we do. So, Representative Yeke Koluba has been doing an amazing job in exposing what we, the independent media, should be exposing and bringing to light. Because you know what? The people who are suffering from these things are not the immediate families of Yeke Koluba. He has flown his children and his wife out of this country, right? He could have decided that, look, I just sit and be quiet and it's okay, right? But he is spending his resources going out there, matching his advocacies, right, with practical exposure of what the life of the ordinary people are within the hinterland and all of that. Every other budget year, we hear the Ministry of Public Works speaks about the intervention she's making on our roads and all of that. And so they're presenting, fake pictures in Monrovia while our people are going through hell. And we all are victims. We all are guilty of this. I mean, the general independent price. But again, the folks who say and heralded that they were reporters without borders, how then would they refuse and turn the camera away from the facts about what is actually affecting the life of the ordinary people? This is selective journalism. This is dangerous journalism, where journalism is programmed to serve only the whims of those in power. This is dangerous. That is not the essence of having the space. That is not the essence. If you find out, and you all can imagine some of the so-called journalists who are borders. So why are they not highlighting the different rules? Okay, like I say, you only won't go there to bring it, but I have gone there. I'm reporting it. So you won't tell me to that one that on news, right? That on news. The man is there live. You're seeing it. Liberians, citizens, pregnant women, they're explaining their ordeals, the challenges that they have, right? So all you can do, so-called reporter or border, highlight it, pick it up. Let's expand it. Let's make it the conversation and let the government consider. You see, there is a budget that's being discussed. And Yeke is doing a very beautiful job that even civil society need to pick up on. Right? Forget about the man, forget about what the man did, blah, blah, blah. But we have to talk about that because look, if our goal and objective is to solve the problems of Liberia, we can't be ignoring the problem when it's being brought in our face, and then we'll be focusing on right? Baka going to the airport, Baka natural, he going to the place, and then he taking fake report. They say, oh, I know hunger report. What I want to get to do? Hunger is living right there. The man is presenting the real hunger, the real destitution, right? Cut off. And I think it's important that we begin to serve the country honestly, and the public should hold us accountable. The public should hold each of us and our institutions accountable, right? Yes, we understand there are constraints, but equally we cannot be selected and we cannot self-censor. And the public should be able to determine these things and be able to challenge and ask the hard questions to the respective media organizations. Also, it doesn't concern you that part of the country they're going through all of the mayor has been from the western cluster area. He has gone to the southeast and he's coming up to Yekepa. So while we are talking about accelerometer extension, blah 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 blah, right? The mayor is going there, spending his resources. I think Yeke is exemplifying, I mean, a great deal of representation. He has gone beyond borders. You try to politicize the main district. The man say, no, I'm being paid tax dollars from across the country. Not only people who are paying taxes in District 10, right? So when I go on the floor, I read a communication, the speaker steps on it. When I raise emotion, the speaker deny it and all of that, right? So the things I want to fight for on the floor that they're denying, let me go and expose it so that the world will see that these are the issues I want to bring up on the floor, but the regime speaker and his cohorts are denying me because they're taking kickback from the executive. That is the picture. That is the message. And you don't get it. Liberians don't seem to understand what they need to fight for, what they need to stand up for, and everybody just being mediocre, everybody just being small-minded, everybody just being Alimia Imale, one bedroom, Imale, Jare, and go to Dylan give you $20. Oh yeah, Dylan, they let. So even if Dylan is messing up, and he has messed up, the mess is all over him. Or when the small children they mess up like that, and, uncontrollably, they don't mess, and you don't want to talk about that. But hey, God, this. I just thought to just show that one in, so that we know part of our responsibility is to be that bridge between duty bearers and, of course, uh, the population and the people, the ordinary people, to make sure that what they've taken oath to deliver, they must deliver, and when they are not delivering, our exposure put them under pressure as media people. When we're exposing and reporting on these things, it put the government under pressure to do more. But we can't leave it, we'll start falling. So it seems the politicians are the agenda setter instead of we, the media, being the agenda setter.
Yes, thank you, Abu. It's important, you struck a very good point this morning, and it is important that since we as journalists and media practitioners can sit behind microphones and then question the religious community, the Christian Council, the Muslim Council, and civil society organizations. We can question all of these individuals and institutions for not speaking on critical national issues that they spoke against before or spoke about before. It is also important for us as media practitioners to also recognize and identify the fact that many of our friends who were cutting across every sector, every institution of government, every part of our society before, reporting on what they saw back then as issues affecting the lives of the common people. It is important at this point that when these people have gone mute, it is important for us to reawaken their sense of reasoning, their sense of thinking, to make them understand that our loyalty as media practitioners, that's why we are called the watchdog. Sometimes when the door is barking, the owner is not satisfied with how the door is barking, but no, the door has to bark because that's the work of the door to ensure that the area is secure.
Mm-hmm.
It is up to you to be lying inside and just thinking that the door is just making noise. But that's why it is. So we spoke against government before, not just this, in fact, I should say governments before. We spoke against critical things that were happening in the country that we said were in the interest of the Liberian people. But it is disappointing that many of us who bear the names before Reporters Without Borders, this organization was cutting across, blah blah blah, blah, all those or names that people bear in this country, organizations bear. It is terrible that we are seeing these people acting as if they no longer exist in our country, or they are no longer living here in Liberia, or even having any knowledge of what is running down in Liberia. We'll always set the tone. We'll always talk about how Liberians, especially Liberian women, have been raped. Sexual gender-based violence. I'm trying to lay my hands on the latest SGBV report. Is terrible for our country. There has been an increase in previous cases that were reported. So all of these things are happening. Christian community aren't speaking. The religious council in general isn't speaking, and media practitioners that should be the watchdog as well. I don't know whether we should say that they've accepted to dance to the drum beat of politicians, or maybe they are doing something to benefit their pockets. So because the man is giving me something I can't have, I will not have to back at him. It's terrible for our country, and we will continue doing our country Liberia like this. Mm-hmm. Like I will always say, it is happening.
We are always holding the politicians. Oh, yeah, people ain't doing well. You are selecting on what to.
Like I've always said, and I will always continue to say, we are always setting a bad precedence. You know why? It is happening in our interest today, so we are mute. But the very spoil system that is working in our interest today could work against our interest. And when it is working against our interest, not many persons now will listen to you because you did not speak when the entire thing was starting. So it's terrible. You have to come up now
Fair
and
enough.
speak to these issues.
Fair enough. So let's, there is a video circulating on about the president. I think in a meeting with a Liberian citizen, which I'm told supposed to be one of I think a local government
I'm
official.
told, I think one of the commissioners.
Yeah, from somewhere, I think Bon County or so, right? Who are gone there, and in the midst of all of the GS, the sofa, the president subjected the man to sit, to kneel on the floor, and then he has his feet in the air with his shoes and all of that. So with his hand in his pocket, the president said, I don't know. The president, then he left hand here, we got to ask question. Even the man saying that he laying on say his hand can be in your pocket. He's saying that his hand in your pocket. So I don't know what is happening, but they got to tell us what is it that the president always has his left hands in his pocket. His left hand, you notice that? Always. So even you saying that say you can't put your hand, outside and thing you put it in your pocket. We don't know what happened. It's important that we try to understand what is happening with the president hand because he's our president. But the president hand is always in his pocket. So, but the issue is, what is the portrayal? This, what does this portray to you, right? This degree, is this service, humility, or just an act of demagoguery, where the leader or a person sees themselves above everyone else and they equate themselves to be symbolically worshipped by the subordinate, and each of the others has to submit in excruciating, undignified manners, because this is truly undignifying and of course reducing. And for the most part, the war has graduated significantly beyond these kinds of servitudes and all of that. So to see the president reincarnate these images has raised eyebrows across the corner, and people are beginning to ask, what does the president sees himself as a servant or as a demagogue? So these are the questions, and of course, these are the queries. It's important that we have conversations about this because this can be creeping signs of dictatorship around the corner. And if you just ignore these things, and be that deal, we know the man to be a humble man, a quiet man, but this is what the humble man is displaying on camera, right? Subjecting your family head and all of that. And somebody will be like, so those of you old school people, I can understand you went through a lot of suppression, right? You're oppressed. So your standard evaluation is tailored around, your experiences, your terrible experiences of suppression, humiliation, all of that. But in this Gen Z era, no, equilibrium, mutual respect, and of course, these are the orders of the day. So as much as courtesies are there, takes that you have to go down on the ground and in the abundance of tears, right? You subject the man, you put your feet up, man, all of that. This is portraying something here.
When I saw this video circulating on the internet beginning, I think it was around the evening hours of yesterday, I sat and asked myself, why will such a thing be happening in our country, in this era of our country? But again, Abu, I understand when certain group of individuals intend to continuously subject people to certain style of living. Like in this case now, that slave mentality, that slave thinking, where once you are the master, all of the slaves should submit to you to the lowest degree. So this is just a complete the president,
a clear manifestation of
a
elitism.
clear, yes. So you see, the president is sitting. Okay, let's take for the fact that the guy, the commissioner, wants to show respect. Okay, but let's look at the physical morphology. Let's look at the physical, I should say, physical appearance of the president. Look at the man.
When
The president
you watch the video,
the president is like a slave who has come, who is making a report to his master, and the master is like, maybe I should say, the master doesn't even care about that nonsense that is being said.
Mhm.
So he's just thinking of what his decision should be like. So the president was showing absolutely, in this case, he was showing absolutely no spirit of the humble man from a so-called humble beginning that Liberians portray him to be before. You can see it from the camera. You can see it from the video. It's terrible. The president is seated, his legs on the desk or the table, and a hand in his pocket, taking his nap. In fact, with no sign of concern to the person. He doesn't pay attention to the person. Oh yeah, but you know the man is sleeping. This is not the man.
I noticed that part of, but you don't play the video. That's
Yeah, I think this is a video.
yeah. I think there's a video that play the video. That's it. Right? You know the post say.
Tell them to kill you because you said you want to see more.
I think you know the
and those days our people were involved with these things. So when everyone had meeting with them, telling them that His Excellency said we should get ourselves involved with farming. And so we've been doing the farming very well.
Listen to how the guy is sounding subdued.
He's the honorable
Right?
representative of my business that is very supportive of our brother. So
Sounding subdued. It's not.
I'll attend a lot of road to different areas. We share with them. That's all. It's been tough, but
Sounds good. Sounds very good. Give us your number, telephone number.
What Tama? I'm gonna give it to you, Thomas. Patrick? I'm gonna give it to Tama.
Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't thank you for everything you're doing for.
Tell me how long you've been supporting and loving me.
Okay, move on.
Because I've been supporting you since.
But this is actually important for us to talk about. You know, there are lots of things, but folks, this is a creeping sign of dictatorship. I mean, this is the president putting on display his actual character, his actual, persona. That's what the president is putting on display for everybody to know him. That you have to bow down to the golden image. You have to bow down. You have to kneel. You have to sit on the ground. For an old man who was passing around and people have to be doing GoFundMe and mobile money to cater to. From a mobile money collector to a demagogue subjecting citizens to sitting on the floor to speak to him. This is nonsense. And then when you talk about it, some of you old school, old school folks who are still traumatized by the terror of oppression and suppression from the Turbo, the Totman. These are Totman days nonsense. And these things are not supposed to be happening in modern day Liberia. And of course, we are taking custodian of our generation. We're telling you that these are the do's and the don'ts. This is unacceptable. These things don't happen anywhere in modernity. In modernity, these things don't happen anywhere. What you have to see. In fact, what we normally will see, if you were trying to be extremely submissive and the leader will extend her hand, don't know, wake up.
You don't have to do
Yeah, wake up, man, wake up. It's okay. And we're not leading for people to see us as God or small gods, right? We're leading for people to see us as, partners. But under the doctrine of elitism, These things are at the core of it, where a small superior group thinks they are above the rest, often based on wealth, status, or power. So, because the man has power, he feels that he is above the rest of the people in the country. Or because he has money, so he feels when he's coming in the community and everybody has to wake up. And this thing, the reason I decided that we will talk about this thing is to open your eye to the signs that are on the wall. You don't know what may change, what may happen, because things are going bad, and you don't know what Mr. Barker may ultimately turn out into, for the public to see. So it's important that we begin to, tell you these things and explain what the implications are. What did we witness recently? The president, in fact, developed the tendency that when he's traveling or he's moving from one place to the other, he'll halt traffic for hours. These were equal the creeping signs of extreme elitism, where a small group, or an individual, because of wealth, power, and status, feels that he or she is above the rest of the other people. So everybody has to worship. Everybody has to worship, has to look up to them, has to bow in submission, and all of that. And we see this thing is sticking to the bedroom of the president. Under the president's roof, the president goes there. These are the ones we are seeing on camera. The ones we're not seeing on camera is quite different, right? So another instance is recently what happened in Bond County. Another display of elitism, or the idea of feeling much more important, and of course subjecting every other person to worship. This is worship. I sent you the article from Front Page. Where you want to put it? Yeah. So when the Ministry of Education, right, coerce ordinary people, children, to abandon their education, to abandon their school, disrupt their academic learning process for the singular purpose of lining the streets, to receive the president, to portray what? The question becomes, what were they trying to portray? Is by doing that, right? The only indication, or the only thing that will indicate the power of the presidency. There is nothing anywhere in the executive law or the constitution that says that because a person is president, that wherever they are going, you must go on the campuses and collect, say, in the neighborhood they're going, all the schools that everybody should come on the road and stand on the road. Any president that adopts that president is thinking dictatorially. And this is what we're trying to see. The president that says when he is passing that every other business should stop in Raleigh for 45 minutes to an hour. He cares less how it impact or affect anybody. These are creeping signs. And it's important that we begin to talk about it, that critical people get involved so that the president will see them. And if these are not his actual attributes, then he has to go back to who he is. But these things are not, communicating decently for what the people thought you were. Most times, what we heard in this country, when people advocated for Bouakai, they would say he's a humble man from a humble background, right? He walked from Wonsonga to Monrovia. Can you imagine?
Even doing warfare,
he sold better goat to go to school. His mother was disabled, right? And all of this. So people hear this story. They know that's somebody that's going to come there to try to impose himself or suppress other people, but the realities are proving differently. And it will not be a good thing for the nation to ignore these
Front Page Africa, November 21 edition. Sema Lomas.
Say because president coming, you hot academic activity, you hot school.
Educational activities were brought to a standstill across Banga on Friday after the Ministry of Education's Bon County office reportedly ordered schools to suspend classes and assemble students along major routes to welcome President Joseph Boakai. The directive, which affected both public and private institutions, left many parents and educators frustrated as thousands of students were taken out of classroom for what critics described as a political display. President Boakai is expected to arrive in Bon County on Friday for a 2-day working visit, during which he is expected to meet with more than 70 chiefs and tribal governors from across Liberia.
What is important was for you to know what happened. Sorry. So citizens, not willingly or organically, move to the street and say, "Oh, let's go welcome the president." Or the news is there, and then hopefully the villages just rally. But when the government sends in the circular disrupting the academic learning processes of our school-going children, bring them on the streets and line them up, and you think that's a decent thing and that it should keep happening and it's okay, it's normal. This is abnormal. And what we do, we talk about the abnormal the abnormal things that's happening in the country so that they can be made better, and we can normalize abnormalities. This is unacceptable. And for somebody to think because this happened, and it should keep happening, no, hell no, it's unacceptable. So you know why these things happen? These are manifestation of what? These are clear manifestation of a manipulative leadership. A manipulative leadership. When you have a manipulative leadership, leader seeks to prioritize power over the people. They are more interested in exerting power, naked power, than the concern, welfare, well-being, and of course, interests of the people. What do we see around us? We see the exemplification of excessive power. When you see the police engages the people, they're engaging the people to exert power. When you see government officials interacting with the people, they're doing so to show off their power. You see a young man that works in the office of the vice president goes to interfere with, right, an LDEA operation simply because he's attached to power. So he wants to use that power to influence or alter the outcome of a process that's supposed to be non-interfere with. This is manipulative leadership. And that's what we are witnessing in Liberia. And some of you small-minded idiots will be out there and saying, "Oh, the guys are painting a picture. We're teaching you. We're opening your eyes." That's what we are doing. But it's up to you. You can decide to remain where you want to remain. That's up to you. You are suffering the pinch just as every other person. But that will not stop us from telling you the facts. It hurts. Right? And we're giving you clear-cut examples. Look at these. There's no sound, responsible, democratic leadership that the education secretary, the secretary of education will be writing to say, all the schools, because the president is coming to this region, all the students should leave classes and can't stand on the road on a scorching sun to welcome the president. This is barbaric. It is a barbaric thing, and it should stop happening. It should stop happening. This does not demonstrate a humble president as all of you made it to seem. Right? So instead of him being a humble old man, he is a manipulative old man, right? Who believes and prioritizes power over his people, using tactics like fear mongering. What do? When president is going somewhere, you see the Hellebore machine guns that they are displaying everywhere when the president is about to move, right? They stop everybody, sense panic and fear in the people, terrorizing the people psychologically, and they have to be standing in the sun and disrupting every other movement and all of that for hours. What are you trying to do here, guys? You're trying to instill fear. You're trying to tell the people you have to fear me. I'm the demon god. I'm the one and only King Nebuchadnezzar. And you all have to stand the hell there and wait until I pass. That's exactly what the president is trying to domesticate. That's what the president is trying to do. Right? Fear, guilt, deception to control their followers, to control their people. President Bouaka is using fear, he's using intimidation, he's using subjugation, right, to control his people. And this is unacceptable. This is undemocratic. And why shouldn't we talk about it when we have the space to say it, to call it out, right? So leaders like these will use emotions over facts. Extremely emotional. Who that man? Oh, that president. I'm the only president in the country. You got disrupt. Musa Belete moves to Lofa County with a huge convoy fleet of vehicles. They saw it, the president said, but I'm the only president in the country. So you know what? What you making the man passing around all these cars and say, oh, the man gas storage in LPRC and blah, blah, blah. So you cancel the man storage fee. A demagogue, a detector can do that, right? President, we are always attract huge, admiration from the people and boy, okay, who the man? Whatever. The man say you won't use the VIP terminal, you're cancel. The man not using VIP. The man in the air as a brand, I'm the only president in the country. Threatening to kill another person just to stamp his authority and power. And you sit on there. They follow me. Everybody follow the leader. You can pursue your own path under such a manipulative leadership. You can pursue your own path. Everybody is coerced to follow. Everybody come here going to follow. And you think this is happening in the country, everybody's supposed to straight up move and sit down and watch these nonsense happening in the country and that's it? No. Right? Dividing to rule. A manipulative leader, divides to rule. What do we see in Liberia today? The country is divided on party lines. The latest to indicate that clearly it is partisanship that leads. Right? Nothing about one Liberia anymore, one nation, one destiny, no more. Right? It's one nation, different parties, pursuing party interests with a manipulative demagoguery leader who's interested in stamping his dictatorial nature over the people. And that's what it is. So he has divided significantly to a point where, so now anybody with Unity Party will always idolize him. They will always idolize him. So no reasoning anymore because he has already divided. So if he don't, that means you're siding with CDC, right? So that is the parity he's using to maintain himself. Keep the country divided on party lines, and you always have loyalists because their reasoning will no longer be objective. It will be subjective to the political party that they support. And at the end of the day, who misses out? The ordinary people. You don't get health care. You don't get education. You don't get electricity. You don't get water. Social services, you're denied. At the end of the day, reasoning has boiled down to partisanship, divide and rule, false promises. False promises is another characteristic of a manipulated leader. And we are pinpointing these things and identifying everything in Bouaka. So you can say we're making up false promises. Bouaka promised that in 100 days, no car will get stuck. Hey guys, let's go on Yeke Koluba page. You see all the multitudes of cars that are getting stuck. Didn't Bouaka lie to the country? Wasn't that a false promise? That was a false promise. Manipulative leaders can lie to you, they deceive you, and they use divide and rule to keep you under their whims. And you don't want to accept this. This is a fact. That's who Mr. Bouaka is. He has to change. He has to change for the good of everybody, right? They promise you that it will solve all of the problems. None. But they won't. Walker said he was going to fix everything. Where are we? Where is it they're going to fix everything? But look at the rules. Eh? They're terrible. They're bad art. Walker said he was going to bring Nicotech scholarship to send Labyrinth students to go America, to go for study, say to go for scholarship in America now. Labyrinth can sit down, you rest your head. As soon as we got your hardcore, your jump, with the president, I won't go to America for study, you go there. None knew it was a 419. Walker promised he was going to bring yellow machines, 19 yellow machines to each counties. You got your receive your own. This is lie. This is what it is.
They get our minds back to the
Right?
drugs. The drugs he went to negotiate for in America since 2020.
Yeah. The only thing Walker has brought to the country, it turned out to be a rotten tuna fish. Everybody rejected it. The other time he brought ferry to carry the river says, I'm told it wasn't even Walker, that somebody put it in his name. And he went there, he stood up. And then, I mean, this is it. And people say, oh, you shouldn't say that one. This how he talking. But these are the facts. Some of you just hate the truth. That what the country can go nowhere because some of you are deceptive, you're hypocritical, you're sycophantic, you accept to just be begging, passing around begging whole day and all of that. You know, it is rare to you to see young people deciding that, oh, you know, we'll challenge the status quo and we'll speak truth to power. That courage, and you're wondering where's the courage coming from. This is unreal. This is, you know, but yeah, we are. So come call now. We'll come and open the phone lines. Tell us all the things that will say that not true. You see, Baba son, tell the leader the truth. Let the leader change, Mr. President. After all, you jump on the airplane, you buy around, you go, you buy around $5 you not bring to the country and say nobody want to talk about you. You're not shame you're dancing people water for the man who you're dancing. He lacks the capacity to extract 5 kappa to Liberia. The man you're dancing people water, you're bring, you're passing all around, you're dancing people water entering your crocodile on your feet, you're passing around here. Group of angry people. You were just angry, hateful, jealous. Hateful people, your around. Your reason, you're dancing people water went in your brains, and y'all go bring the man who you're dancing people water. Only to realize that he has had over 20 official trip. It's a big headable scam, 419 team, dictator. That's who he is. Why you go tell the man to go sit on the ground and put your foot in the air? You see now, Baka can put a foot and put a shoe in the air because he has the opportunity to wear decent shoes. But back then, when people used to go, that what you thought Baka was a decent man. He's a humble man. When you used to go to your house, right? The shoe was laying, so you can pull it up. You keep the shoe down. And you'll be talking in your foot yourself because and because I carry the man so big coat suit for the man used to be wearing. See the trouser full, looking big like TD man trouser. And so you're compared to be humble. Poverty was humbling the man. I say, oh, the man are humble man. The man get good shoe, the man can wear fire gambo shoe. People go there and take your phone and pull on the table. And showing you a shoe, wherever I see a shoe. Then I say the man are humble man. I got problem in the country, man. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. And of course, you'll be live. This is the Freedom Morning Rise of Freedom 87.9. My name is Abu, and of course, you guys here. Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Abu, and good morning, Mr. Ada Gonda. My name is Derek Swear Morris, and I'm phoning from University District number 16. Yeah, to the issue of Mr. Joseph Newman Bouaga, you know, we cannot blame the old man, you know, somebody who said that for not our opportunity that's supposed to better our lives. We, the young people, I can remember back then, our people used to say we are the future. But now we are about to tell our children and unborn that they are the future. So seeing such a man giving him such an opportunity, what you expect, today disrespect Liberia
man won't prove that he is better than all of y'all. He better, so y'all can be kissing on his shoe. Hey, boy, shoe. Everybody say kiss my shoe. That's basically trying to say good morning. The time the shoe are laying, he needs to put it up, but now you can put it up now. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you, man. Let me say good morning to Hika.
Mm-hmm.
How will you see the reason for not being like that? Because the people of the country are very serious. But I don't have the type of military or civilian or leadership. If you were teaching up at the way in which you teach the country, but when you are talking, that's where we take guy here. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
What do you think? Signs of dictatorship or signs of respect or whatever they want to call it?
He's a creeping dictator. He's a creeping dictator.
Is he still creeping or he's already a dictator?
No. We cannot allow him to emphasize his dictatorship over Liberia. It's just a matter of time. Very soon, Bouakai is going to know that the few Liberians that endorse his presidency are saying Liberian going to be telling Bouakai, go now and live in your $10 million home and take care of your grandchildren. Bouakai, the Liberian people, I don't know. Somebody that claimed that he served the government for 40 plus years, I don't know why it's a number now. Somebody that served as a vice president, all you where you have a abundance of resources during that 12 years. At the end of all, he told you, say, I am living on loan, I got to go credit money. And in a real sense, what allows you to take loan for the bank? You must have been doing business. Okay? What business was Bouakai doing when he was taking loan, according to him, from the bank to survive after serving for 12 years? The people say, hey, we're not even listening to that thing. You are the one here to rescue us. The make it he said, was squabble oil. The opportunity like will make use everything. What is a legacy in a country? What it will show?
All right, thank you very much.
All right, let's talk to David King. David, morning.
Yeah, morning. Abu, morning. You enjoy your weekend. I know it was good, and it turned out to be bad last day. Man, you're not nothing.
My man, go ahead, man.
Yeah. Anyway, tell you Baga to learn. I will wait for you guys in mind tomorrow.
All right, let's leave that one. We'll talk again tomorrow.
So the issue, you see, we need to tell everybody that Baga is a crippling dictator in our country. I was at the Boston Junction last evening. Mr. Baga was going to the airport. The federal sees the traffic over there from 5:30 up to 7 o'clock. No cars coming. Only because Mr. Bouakai was going to the airport to go to Morocco. And I will tell you, there was going to be another accident case last evening at Boston Junction. A lady almost got crushed by the convoy. And nobody wants to see Mr. Bouakai. I don't know why he can be running, why he can see people liberty. They wouldn't tell us saw nothing happening. There was some 20 years ago.
No, look. Sometimes it's not because you're out of fear that you're somebody okay. No, it's to exert power. Is to to show power. That's all. Just to show off power.
Can walk
and command the kind of power that
nobody would know that Mr. Bouakai passed because nobody even care about him. Nobody care about him. You saw the man yesterday, but he want to go show him. You're booing. So Mr. Bouakai, you are sure. One of the short period of time that this country has been placed in your hands, that you have retrogressed, that you are retrogressing every day.
Okay, thank you.
Even thinking how to start a day.
Thank you very much. So,
you got until a dictator until we're talking to people.
Thank you very much. So Liberians beyond that, right? All right. Let's see the guy moving. Something has the leader is. So the country is turning to something. So Water and Sewer uses its official social media handle, right, to post that 13 more days we are coming home. You know, they're having this December 6th program for Unity Party, right? But then use a government morally uses Water and Sewer page to write that. But these were the people who said they were removing Emma Glasgow from NAFA because Emma Glasgow wore, and a CDC T-shirt. They were able to pull that out. They stated no violations of the code of conduct, and in ways that because the code of conduct say government time, but you are using a government platform to promote your party programs and party agenda. But for you all, it's normal. Once that Unity Party is okay, and you may think Liberians are stupid to accept it. But look, it will reach a point where people are going to get tired of it and they will take matters into their own hands. We're just warning you. No amount of trying to suppress the people or trying to show excessive power and all of those things, right? This town here, people are actually very, very angry, right? We say these things as a wake-up call to those of you in power. So let's keep taking calls. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 are the numbers to call in and participate on the show right here. We're talking about some attributes of the presidency that's mimicking dictatorship. And what do you think about it? Holding the traffic for all this period, and of course disrupting the learning of our students in primary schools to line the streets to welcome the president in Banga, and of course subjecting a commissioner to kneeling for hours in servitude to the president while the president, like others to say, sleeps and all of that. These are pictures that Liberians are looking at. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. You're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you, Comrade. I just want to commend you guys for the show. Yeah, you see, it happened, I think on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Thursday, no Friday, Friday. I was coming from Nima, and the president called for, I mean, they stopped for almost like 45 minutes. You know, so I got angry. I said, but what is this? You know, so who wants to kill a fitting president? Nobody wants to kill him. And why you just a few people just for one president to pass? Why you doing nothing for the country?
And the thing is, if the man runs that, but they're making me way behind.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's very disgusting. I mean, it's heartbreaking for our country to be moving in the kind of pace and direction. You know, so everything is going backward. Then you don't see go far. I know, it amazes me to see someone like that story where the kid had no clothes on and the guy said, "Oh, you're looking beautiful. How are you looking at?" They do absolutely nothing. They post their face and say the president is doing well. So they got, what's it well now? Maybe I've not seen it. And I know people say play the cat everywhere. I know you guys are not reading it. I want to play.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, we'll check it out. But the code is star. The code is star 255 star 1 hash. I don't know. So the code is star 255 star 1 hash. Star 255 star 1 hash. You okay, and then yes, you stand a chance to win up to 10,000 Liberian dollars right here this morning.
Okay. Go ahead, but here the guys might have likely taking it down, but that's the page. Good morning.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's taking it down. Is it right?
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu. How you doing?
Yeah, fine. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, this is Thomas Mike. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Go ahead.
Yeah, not really. I'm trying to participate, but can you guys help me? My little brother, he lives with my mom. He went to sell yesterday. He's missing. They cannot find him.
So you are currently calling on the direct line, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so call us on WhatsApp or send the information through our WhatsApp number, and we see what to do about that.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, do it now.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Sherry. Good morning again. Really, I listened to the program. You know what happened? The president, the so-called president who said he's going to...
No, not the so-called president. At the end of the day, and some people dancing people water, they made the president, so you got to give it to him.
The people who think who dancing the people water all feeding it. And number two, that guy he went to bunker it, that's something that he did to that guy. It was also on the social media. Then you know what happened is, God never sleeps, and God will never sleep. And the wickedness of a man, God can end one day. This ability that on the prayer, we see how we end one day. I will not call it pray that we end. But God will make that thing end, and we will celebrate the time when it ends.
But you know the play will end. You know the play will end. God tell you the play will end.
Yeah, I can announce it, but I will not announce it. So program will be going on.
But you know the play, you medicine man, or you God?
I'm not medicine man. God said the wickedness of a man. It ends to one. So look at it.
You know the Bible where you say, and then you stick. Call it. I want to call it.
No, I will not call it.
I mean, you know the Bible. You know the Bible. You know the Bible.
Okay.
All right, let's talk to this person. Morning. You want to walk away from your radio, or you already call him on direct number, then you won't be. Hello. Yeah. Morning. Morning.
Morning. I thought I'll call you after the show. I think I want to say.
Oh, okay. All right. 07761041040 Our WhatsApp number is +231 886 500 104.
Jefferson Sleba, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the Regine Speaker District.
Oh, Regine Speaker District. You're enjoying the message in Bay your stadium in coming Bay watching against that?
Where? That is Google. How we know we carry country man?
Correct.
Oh, so that
Conjure is a senatorial material. I will say you.
What I want to say is, Nana Bwaka is using power on the level is scary. Because you know that the Hong Kong in the lane too much. People are complaining all over. Bwaka is very scary. Like why he stopped vehicle from running for the 5 minutes before he get past. Bwaka scary. But you know that all the thing he's doing. If we come to the census, yes, the thing are doing to my people. What I promise them are not doing it. So let me come to my census and make my people to be happy. But they have to begin to do good things. The last will be beating. Let you start doing it now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, folks, to tell you that things are actually going out of hand in the country, this is what Eddie Jawolo has just posted on his official social media handle, verified. Since September 29, we have raised concerns about the construction of a presidential villa in Foya, Lofa County. Unfortunately, the government has yet to disclose the source of funding or clarify the role of the Public Procurement and Concession Commission, PPCC. This lack of transparency represents a serious lapse in governance. Lack of transparency when Abu and Higa say, oh, yeah, we can do it like the country coming when this, that. Right? You don't get time for your insecurity. Right? Say failure to follow established procurement and disclosure procedures is dangerous and creates conditions that could enable financial irregularities, including potential money laundering schemes. Equally troubling is the failure of the legislature, which has direct oversight responsibility, to initiate an investigation. The silence of opposition political parties on this matter further weaken our democratic accountability. No, that's not true, Eddie. Maybe because the men threatening you, so you won't pull opposition inside small. But the opposition parties have been speaking out. Have Kumi spoken out about the villa? I'm not sure, but I think Musa has spoken.
Simeon Musa.
Simeon, and of course the CDC has also spoken, right? But all of the helping very party, and, you know, mushrooms, they have not said anything. I don't know whether Kumi are part of the mushroom parties, but Kumi has not spoken. But Kumi got how many percent? 1%. Hey, Ellis Kumi. So let's conclude. Eddie says, instead of receiving clarification from the relevant authorities, our public inquiry has been met with insults and threats. So we'll be telling you that not only, as soon as you try to ask a hard question on the government, they can start cursing you. They'll start threatening you. They'll start sending men will be passing around your hall. You have to say, we didn't even know them, right? Our public inquiry has been met with insults and threats, an alarming response that undermines civic or civil engagement and the right to demand accountability. In Joseph Boakai, Liberia, when you demand accountability, you address lapses in governance radically, you become a target. And of course, they will insult you, they will send people on you, they will insult you, all of those things. These are issues, and of course, that are undermining the vibrancy of our democracy and undermining the purpose of civic engagements. That is that for you. Oh, so you know exactly what is happening. Good morning.
Good morning, hey guys. Good morning to
Sisi, good morning.
Morning. DA Blue Valley going down now, but my sister go ahead and we finish with talk about that one.
Yeah,
yeah.
No, we'll take someone inside. You know the phones and plenty now, so we got to take calls.
Okay. Yeah, let me say thank you to all of you in studio there. Look, as they got new topic to talk about. They say don't tell Joe, right? Joe will tell himself. And Joe said it himself. Nobody telling Joe is themselves telling themselves we married ourselves in this topic. We said it for who says here, you put John or you put so much up to say those things to people outside there. If our friend that were not following radio, we'll go to them one by one, speaking to them. But they didn't listen. You see people taking our children from the tablet when they're not starting because they know everybody tired with that behavior. Nobody want to see them, nobody in this country as a president. All of you say, Mabwaka, presidency, everybody is doing the thing. Why they blue, they will feed it. They grace feeding them more than even if they blue. You put your friend and get into the other side because you go stand in the street, in the sun, and say they will clap for you. You know the video you saw out there, just tell me the truth. Let's put all jokers, let's put politics. You stop coming for that man. All the people in that street, they're coming for that man. I want to hear the band playing.
The trends are standing low. I mean,
they will all come and see the program. You saw
MCSS student teacher in the game field as a student in the
children they came over there the point you came over there was standing in the street in the rain and stuff. Nobody was starting to see water. When what's going on and what's going in the pocket. Going on. What about government? You take 10 million go pay who? They say put you again and go standing in the sun. So clap for you to do what to prove what? What the point you want to push? I'm going to see how much money we are talking about doing this thing, do your way. That's what I'm for you for. Instead of for the try for pay that cool fee. And now you paying it. When you tell it for a girl, and all that say, coming by your kid, no put you on the road. What's feeding the family? You kill them. They don't clap for you. Okay? It can't work that way. But they don't cut the very sure. If we don't cool man, we don't cut the issue. I'm going to go down. When I come with them, we're talking.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. We have 7 minutes to 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, we're interesting another conversation. So we are told that Brother Dillon is planning to make a radio appearance. So we're going to give him some reasons to address some key issues. I know he will have to speak to these things because accountability is supposed to be holistic. Yeah, let's take that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Inka, and good morning to Abu in studio here.
Good morning. Go ahead.
My name is Hassan Payne. I'm joining you for Douala Market, sitting right in my television. Let me appreciate you guys with the topic on the discussion. You know, the government continues to make a new record every night and day. Can you imagine yesterday, Jeremiah Paul was leading to go to Coast Guard Base? Look at them who all up to 45 minutes in traffic from Bowman Bridge. We got stuck. It was the first time our boys in the country to see.
That was the vice president Uno Convo.
Yeah.
We inside.
Imagine the man on your way to Coast Guard Base. Look at them who all imagine having to rest home. The traffic going to have too much. It's too much. On a serious note, my brother, I won't lie to you. Yeah, thank you for the topic of discussion, brother.
Thank you for your participation as well. Let's see. 0776104104. Let's talk to this person. Good morning. Yeah, go ahead.
I am disappointed in my own party, which is innocent. You see, so many people, just have to maybe for 2 years. The establishing party was in opposition, just have to fire the protest. Every day protest, every night protest, every morning, everybody protest. Now they took power. They are in power, people, that war. The country is total darkness. Every party is so proud of it. Every party is so proud of it. Every party is the culture. If you don't put power behind it, you will not move. The people are looking our country. Every party is the biggest political party in the country. Every party is looking at the country. They don't hold the government people power. The issue is public that are so less of the problem. There are families who don't get the issue of this. Those jobs public, they look sorry. It's a national problem. It's a big power. All work of plastic, somebody is not really on the very young at the mountain for the youth. The youth is very running a few every year. The margin bodies. Every family in Africa, in the power.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, see me go to say the Bella intellectuals. I see me go to the Bella intellectuals. See me go Kandi Balade. You know, these are intellectuals, but they stumble. You know. Makes the higher reasoning for them. As soon as small air enter the stomach, forget it. They forget about all the book they learn. They start passing around. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Morning, you're live. Go ahead.
Well, my name is Diva, and we are phoning from Chicken Factory. Well, I'm listening to you ask whether it's a dictator or people dictator. They are now dictating. So no part dictator. You can't follow the dictator. But they want. Because if you want to hear it, I mean, you're going to be a video. Because there are 2 years from now, you will be going to be a video. So you're not thinking, it's a dictator.
Okay.
See that video?
Yeah, video. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Higa and Abu Shari. How are you coming on?
Morning, you're live on the radio. Let's hear you.
Yeah. This is Fanny Caddy, 1 million we are sent follower of Abraham Gosling we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Abu and Higa, thank you for your topic under discussion. But Abu, the country, I always tell people the country is bleeding. When will we carry the country? When will we stop the bleeding? Because the country is bleeding too much. Nothing is happening. We are talking. Our talking is going in vain. Because each time we talk it, that the more the government do something that we don't expect for it to do. For them to at least govern, they're not governing. They are destroying the country. They are damaging the country. What will be the future of us? Or what will be the future of our own children?
That's why we're own children now, because you in your future already. Yeah, nobody more lie to you that your future here.
So what will be the future of our children?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing will be there for us. So the only thing we can do as Liberians, as citizens, we need to fight these people 2020 that will put that out from power. Because
but before 2019 finish, you know whether you make it to 2019 the way the thing going like that. Now you in particular now, but other people, you know, some people can go to bed. Some people 2 days in EA, even they talking 2 days in EA.
Yeah.
They ain't telling the man to be like that until 2029. You gotta find solution to that pressing problem. Let everybody eat every day.
Yeah, I'm serious speaking now. When I tell you say today, I don't have food to eat. You will not believe it, but it's not easy.
So you won't be like that until 2029. So you forget about 2029. About election being you demand the government to solve the problems now. Everybody is entitled to eat every day and be able to send their children to school. So if the government not doing that, you got to pressure the government to do it. You can say, "Oh, we were doing now." No. So the way you're hungry now, you eat it. So what you coming to do now? You going to ask somebody?
I know how Nana is that those who are used to ask. I ask them, I can't get it from them.
So you should. You must know you're not easy.
You see, sometimes 2-3 days I'm not used to work. But somebody used to give me something, but this time it's not easy. I can't lie to you. It's very tough. So I'm asking the youth, let's come together, let the country rise up, that will stop the calamity from in this country.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. Kelly says it's a calamity and we need to stand up, rise up to the occasion. December 17th, Malu and others are saying it's the moment to stand up and demand change. Good morning, let's hear you.
Yeah, anyway, I'm Garnet Mewa. I'm calling from Cowell. You know, when I listen to your talk show this morning, a lot of things came to my mind. You know, regularly, I have dreams before it came to fruition. In recent time, I've been having dreams about this country. So when I listen to what the president is portraying, then, it brought me back to the dream that I've been having, and I decided to call the radio so that I can not explain, but raise the issue that 2029, the dream that I had.
So that the show made you to take the dream serious.
Yes, because when I listen to your show and follow my dream from 1994 in Banga, when I reached Banga in 1994, I had no dream in never to Banga 4. And I always end up observing such a thing. So when I been having a dream recently when I listened to your show, I said, but it's good happening to the public. In 2029, something is about to happen in this country. According to, in keeping the dream I had, if I had the opportunity, I would explain it. I don't have the opportunity now. Maybe we could have another time. I will use your medium to explain the dream to the Liberian people so that it can start bringing.
Okay, so you want to explain the dream next time, right?
Yeah, because the time, I just have a very short time, but it's a dream that I had.
Very long.
2029, this government lost the election 2029, just to summarize, and they rigged the election in 2029. It was a serious conflict, bloodshed. I saw in my dream. Yeah, just to summarize what I saw.
Okay.
They lost the dream 2029, and they rigged the election. They lost the election in 2029, but they rigged the election, and people got on the street to protest, and they got on the street to fire at people in my sleep.
And they started killing people in the dream.
They started shooting people. It was not easy. Yeah, and I don't do with the type of dream. I had in Banga in 1994. I explained to my parents. I just left from over. I went to Banga. And 1 week later, I had a dream. I explained. I said, I saw Banga on fire. And not too long, Banga 4. September 8th.
Okay.
And see the dream I been having. I don't overlook my dream.
All right, Chief. Thank you. So we'll find time to talk about it more, but let's keep praying that these things, they will stay in the dream. They will not come outside and all that. So let's take a break with Crime Stopper Liberia. Folks, this is the Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9. It's good to be back at this break. We'll come back to talk other issues right here on the big station. This break.
Musical. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. They can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us.
No boyfriend, no worries. Do you want the professionals to fix your car, or do you need an original spare parts for your vehicle? Well, worry no more. Macabre Garage and Spare Parts on the bypass opposite Orange Head Office is that place. At Macabre, we provide the following services: mechanical, technical work, computer diagnosis and scanning, key duplication and programming, air conditioning, alarm system, and bodywork and spray. We also sell genuine and generic spare parts for Range Rover, Mercedes-Benz, Suzuki, Chevrolet Tahoe, Nissan and Mazda, and most American cars. The good news is that Macabre has its head garage in the Bronx, New York, the USA, where we have a huge stockpile of Ford synthetic mobile oil that is very good for your vehicles. Some of these oils, when used, can service your vehicle by itself for up to 4 to 6 months. We have gas treatment and fuel injector cleaner, original from the USA. We can get you any spare part for your car in Liberia from America in 4 working days, even if we are not the one working on your car. We also order spare parts for other garages in Liberia. We have a tow truck service. Get in touch with us. Just call 0778-324-567, 0778-320-366, or 0778-324-566. Macabre Garage and Spare Parts, Liberia's #1.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is about to go down this November at the Vanilla Social House at 24th Street, FE Shokol Sinkhall. Now listen, your favorite Big Brother Naija housemate will be live in Monrovia from Friday, November 28th and Saturday, November 29th to have an all-exclusive weekend entertainment. Yes, you got it right. This November 28th, Imesi Koyen and Big Soso will be live in Liberia at the Vanilla Social House around 24th Street, FE Shoko in Sinkhall. Join your favorite Big Brother Naija housemate to make this November a historic month. Your favorite Liberian artist will also be in the building to make the weekend a great one. For booking and reservation, call our numbers 0881-654-612 or 0775-444-272. Don't say I didn't tell you, because it's going to be super heavy. It's Big Brother Naija housemate live in Liberia. Brother Naija housemate to make this November a historic month. Your favorite Liberian artist will also be in the building to make the weekend a great one. For booking and reservation, call our numbers 0881-654-612 or 0775-444-272. Don't say I didn't tell you, because it's going to be super.
Guess what? Then people come and play. I swear. I'm a winner EPL with me then. The song I want me then get a round. What's more like technician and tagging for free ball. What's that to you know? It's on say with the mic and say na. We mo lo ta ko le ba. Ibo go ni bi an. It's a rescue. I
I just wanna ask you one question, that who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you told us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience, but why you for us? So why the respect not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No justice for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can't hold. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, bringing poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people I hate to say you not no love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question, that who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you was going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather came to rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question, that who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama. Hey, I will have drama 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 drama. Hey, I leave you all sama 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 sama. Hey. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question, that who you came to rescue?
Oh, yes, indeed. Folks, welcome back. Welcome and welcome. This is the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. You're listening to Liberia's biggest breakfast platform. From just wherever you are this morning, what a way we'd like to welcome you to the final lap of the conversation right here on the People's Station, Freedom 87.9. And yes, indeed, of course, we're back at it and picking up from exactly where we stopped. And indeed, the message in the song is actually summarizing the frustrations and, of course, the disappointment that many continue to ask across the length and breadth of Liberia to ascertain the actual purpose of the rescue agenda, and, of course, why that the rescue is not manifesting in the life of the ordinary people, and things continue to get difficult and difficult and difficult. And so yesterday, a senior man was asking me, and basically as to why do I think that the past regime was better than what it is now. And just when we were having the conversation, the video popped up about the guy who left from the vice president office to go in and, of course, thwart the LDA investigation of a relative that was involved in alleged drug activities and all of that. And I've also read what his legal counsel wrote, our good friend and brother Abraham Godson William. But the good thing about that is, the lawyer will always talk to what you tell him or her. So, of course, that's exactly what it is. And people, and drug issue are not issue that people will go tell people. So these are not one of the things that people confide in people about. But we're only saying the action to use is proximity to power to try to influence or manipulate in a way the outcome of what has happened with his family member, and of course, drug is a serious issue in the country, irrespective. So because you work and associate with the vice president office, so you get a phone call and then your auntie call you, and then when you go there, and then you say, "Oh, your auntie paid money," so you wanted to go ask why the people hold the money. Why you didn't ask your auntie why did your auntie pay the money? So apparently, the move was my auntie paid the money, and then why are you still holding on to my cousin? So you should be releasing my cousin, and so that you have not released my cousin yet, and my auntie has paid you. So why did you collect the money? So this is it. So I don't know how he can be exonerated from this, but it's important that the matter is being considered by his lawyers. So it's important that they bring some sense to it. But what we are saying is that these are very disturbing moments where the higher offices will be associated in a way, directly or indirectly, to matters involving drug and human trafficking and money laundering and all of these things. We go to the Foya construction project in Lofa, a classic display of illicit financial transactions because there's no legal trace to the source of funding for the Foya project, which is clearly a mark of money laundering and all of that. But guess what? Just recently, for the past few days that we've not been on the show, we've been attending the Giaba conference there at the Farmington Hotel in Mangibi. And at one point, the head of the officer in charge at the internal, say the FRA, the Financial Intelligence Unit, said that as part of what they do, if they see gigantic structures around, they go there to seek to understand what is the source and all of that. So what has FRA equally now gone to FOIA? There are a lot of institutions with statutory mandate and responsibility to help us find an answer to the FOIA project, but all of them, they're not doing it, right? So why has FIA equally not gone to FOIA? That kind of BLW project going there, and everybody confused. Nobody saying who has it and all of that. So why is the FIA not concerned about the source of funding for that? That could be money laundering. We're saying only having big conversations about anti-money laundering, terrorist financings, and all of these things are happening in the country. So you see, that's why Takunje, Mr. Rescue, is important sometimes to spice up the conversation, because you look around, you check over your shoulder, and you're like, this and that. But folks, we're back, and we are going to conclude the conversation this morning with a look at Mr. Darius Dillon. Because of the friendship, and sometimes Mr. Darius Dillon has been in the news, and I think he has been in the news for a very good reason. Good for us, the people, because it becomes each of us responsibility to cleanse our politics. Cleanse our politics of deception, cleanse our politics of what? Chicaneries, and of course, fake characters. So when the opportunity presents itself, then we that have the capacity to critically analyze and assist you in unpacking complex, happenings or issues for proper understanding, then we have to come on and say, okay, this is the perfect opportunity. Then it was difficult when you're talking. So because we have both sides of Dillon, we can balance the argument or the debate. So since the inception of the Boakai government, we all know the role the Unity Party, the Liberty Party, and of course elements of the Liberty Party then play in Mr. Boakai's election, particularly Dillon and of course his good friend Yomli Kanga Lawrence, and the MDR and the Nimba people and all of that. So the election was won, and there has been numerous public display of what critical stance towards or against Nimba by the senator. So the trend has continued. The pattern has remained unchanged. And of course, the personality has remained consistent and on the same subject. And it has raised some eyebrows. It has created an opportunity for Nimbayans to begin asking the hard questions. And of course, having some conclusion for the sake of the argument. That by virtue of the fact that these things continue on a bidder and of course directed just as at Nimba, and of course we find this offensive and we believe this is an indication that we are being targeted. And because we are being targeted, we are not going to sit down and allow a man decide to alter our fate, especially in a process that we labor the highest for. Especially for a project that we sacrifice the highest for. Nimba. After it all, you know what would have happened to Nimba in an atmosphere of political reciprocity? You know what would have happened to Nimba? Nimba would have suffered a lot had the situation gone the other way around. I mean, for the most part, in a situation where politics is based on vengeance and tit for tat, right? After everything the CDC had given Nimba, the CDC government had contributed to powerful and influential people in Nimba. In the last minute, Nimba turned its back on the CDC. Had the CDC won the election, right, under the doctrine of reciprocity, the CDC who have reciprocated and, you know, the favor, and that would have meant Nimba was going to be ostracized from a lot of things because they've demonstrated that they did not want development. They demonstrated that they are not appreciated in the context of the CDC and what happened with the relationship now, right? So they would have gone all out on Nimba. So Nimba took an extreme risk, extreme political risk. Not Grand Bassa, not Yombly, not Dillon. That was Nimba. Right? Risking the business people in Nimba, risking the educated people in Nimba, risking the youth that who have ultimately been denied job opportunity and other things simply because of the singular last minute U-turn that the county leaders took was impacted. So for people who suffer that much, for people who took the highest risks and deliver when it was needed, for you to come and decide that all of your oversight of the war will be directed to the singular purpose and objective of denying, rescreening, limiting the involvement and participation of members and, of course, citizens emanating from that county or the political institution, and then you have beyond oversight to blame food and, you know, the gullible masses to think that, oh, the media doing his job, the media doing his job. Oversight is not limited, it's not, and, you know, limited to one group. Oversight is broad. But looking back at Dillon's record, you realize that Dillon has been extremely corny and selective in his oversight. Dillon shields his friends. He shields his partisans. He shields his relatives or people he's comfortable with, right? And he speaks loudly about people he's against from the other side. You saw Dillon doing the CDC period.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, no matter what CDC does, Dillon campaigned against the referendum, even for proposition that was beneficial to the country. But just because it was CDC attached, he campaigned against it. He did all. So that is Dillon. You should know him. That's who he is. So if you see Dillon consistent on Nimba issue and MDR issue, that means he actually hate the people. He actually don't want good for Nimba. He don't want Nimba to be having its rightful space in this government. Oh yeah, look, you have to be fair because this is politics. When the coalition happen or when the caucus is formed, dividends should go across. But you're intending to stifle the benefit that's deserving to others. And the political leader, so to speak, of the party, the minuscule, one minuscule that's given, then you're going after the man, trying to implant your spies and agents there to undermine the people. Then you have beyond, say because there's sentiment, then you use stereotype. And I am a victim of stereotype in terms of using people ethnicity, using people religion, using people country of origin, and to deny them privileges or to deny them an opportunity to be heard. I think it's unacceptable. So because they're from Nimba, so because you think you know what you know that happened during the war, so that means nobody should listen to their side of the story. Everybody should just run to the conclusion that what Dylan is saying is true. That Dylan's portrayal of the situation is real, it's true, and everybody got to gang up on Nimba. I stand against that. And it's important for Liberians to know that Dylan is equated to a blackmailer. Dylan blackmails people and stereotype them in dangerous way that the population buys into because of the quote-unquote, so-called borrowed popularity that he had around here, feeding on the anger of the population and all that. So he says, when he said that, everybody go behind it. When he said they want a CDC person, he thought all the Debo rich people fall for it. It's blackmailing. Reputable people have fallen prey to Dylan's scheme and gimmicks. And it is high time that we call it a boss. We call that boss to stop. And we call him out. That this nonsense must not be allowed to continue in our politics. Dylan has to be real. He has to be fair. He has to be objective. Now, to the issues. And then Ega will come, we'll play you the separate video. We'll have video for Dylan. We'll have video for the radio show that Dylan referenced when he went to the Senate. I ain't Nimba people are saying. And I stand with the people, the young people. It is important that you stand. Look, nobody should bully you to think it is being civilized if you try to disassociate yourself from who you are or your people. Nobody. I don't do that, right? You are who you are, right? And you are brilliant because of who you are. You are smart because of who you are. Nobody should make you think, right? It is insulting for somebody to say, Nimba people are violent. Nimba people are uncivilized. Nimba people can kill. Doing the war when you say bad boy, then you're Nimba man, and you say, oh, I say now, they say, oh, yeah, the thing. No, that nonsense. You challenge that. You should challenge it. And for a Dylan to be doing that, what moral ground he stand? Who is Dylan to be telling somebody that, to be defining people? To be defining people. He say, oh, these are Wuyasians, these are Sidicians, these are Nimbayans, right? Who is Dylan to be defining who somebody is, right? And detecting their fate. That is the nonsense that the young people in Nimba are standing up against. And that is what your eyes should be open to. That this one man cannot coon his way throughout forever and that he's not called to order. Now, they may have beyond oversight. What happens? Look at the volume of domestic violence that's happening under the Unity Party government. And Dylan, as I'm told, right, has a degree of relationship with the gender minister. When the last time Dylan has called out the gender minister in the spirit of oversight, right? The minister of education, I'm told he has some kind of brotherly, I don't know, brother woman or somebody woman, relative woman with her. Even in her confirmation hearing, Dylan said it clearly that he has a family relationship with a woman, right? Here you go. Mm-hmm. So when the last time with all the failures and sports in the educational sector, with all the protests from the MCSS students and all those things that have happened, right? With the corruption that was happening at MCSS, when the last time Dylan called as an oversight, and because he has relationship there,
even at the Ministry of Health, he's not speaking because Senator Moi controls that ministry.
Correct. So how can oversight be limited to, just the Dylan thing? Fire service. They took fire service trucks that they brought in the country. They carry and start giving it, contracting it to concessionaires. Right? They give it a concessionaire. His camera boy, he sent that. Why you not call the man for oversight? You can see they're not talking about that.
I've never heard they don't speak about it.
Have you ever heard him speaking anything about fire service? In oversight with all the fire, the horses that are getting burnt. Look at LPRC people. Fire service can be saying on the play finish burn and they go there, they go stand. You got to call private fire truck to come and help you out. Why can Dillon execute or implement oversight on these areas? LPRC, his party secretary general is there. The man who they did the rebel team with Musa related and leadership. The man is there. LPRC went and took a loan, right? Without any deference to the legislature. Has Dillon ever raised issue with that? How far? So, Liberians, we can't be saying that and one man just be scheming his way and passing around. So when it comes to Copper Crown, every day Copper Crown, he's selling work permit. Yeah, we agree. We're talking about that. But why I say every day Copper Crown, say all the other things are happening in the country, right? Every day Copper Crown. What does it indicate? So these people in Nimba will be right to say that this man is targeting. That with all the issues in the country, every day Dillon wakes up, Copper Crown selling work permit. Copper Crown selling work permit. But Emmanuel Fane selling the fire truck to company in the country. You ain't talking about that one. Fire can be burning people hard. Emmanuel Fane finish get the fire truck in the country. You ain't talking about that one.
The oversight
ain't go to that one. Cobalt Cry selling the web permit. We're not talking about it. Everybody not talking about it. Everybody, yeah. Cobalt Cry is being every day we can be on Cobalt Cry. Everybody know. So why you can't talk about other issues, right? A mysterious villa is being constructed in Lofa, right? When the last time Dillon talked about oversight, the Ministry of Public Works goes there, right, and provides conflicting information, and of course, renege on his responsibility and say, no, I will not talk on the one. Why have you not called the Minister of Public Works after saying that they are supposed to approve these kinds of structures? And the military said we did not. So no oversight there. No need for him to come and explain. No need.
The police.
Your bastard brother, Gregory Como, mismanaging our police around here. They lie that they were putting police boo all across the country. You've not called for oversight on that one. That Copper Cry on you can see. Dillon is a deceptive, corrupt, lying tongue that nobody should take seriously. And we offer no apology for that. Dillon has used his tongue to destroy too many people in this country simply because he thinks, right? He's able to scheme a way and make it low there, and you know, and think it is hard time that we say and expose it for you to know. He's been playing games. Because if you just oppose his advocacy and you see it on the other end with what he does in matters that involve his interests, then you see is a sharp contrast. And that is not what a good leader who says he's coming to be the light is supposed to be portraying. And look, Nimbayan should go after him. They should go after him. They should demand him to take his mouth on Nimba people. Right? This is their government. That's how they tailor their government, like a faction. So you're dividing the job. The other people get their own job, then you put your more on the whole day. But your own places where you get your job is okay. You take your party member, you put them on the board at LEC, undermining LEC functions and the managing director, suppress and delay the confirmation hearing, all these things. You think we don't know when last did he call for oversight? When it comes to Nimba appointments, then you ready to do, you know, we can't yet to do oversight, then you be talking like that. This is nonsense. One man can be blackmailing, stereotyping every other person in the country, and he's not even doing a jing thing. if this man was truly giving the remainder of his salaries to Montserrado County, this man will have had lots of projects across the country that you'll be pointing to for the period that he has been serving. Assuming it's $3,000 every month.
From 2019?
Yeah, from 2019. Multiply. You know how many months have gone?
6 years.
You know how many dollars is that? You're in Montserrado. People are still using plastic to toilet. People are still toiling on the river's bank in the county that you're representing. Right? People are still drinking from creek.
Clinics are still emptied in Turi district. In several
You're not
parts of
providing
Montserrado.
oversight on the ones, but you're following one man. You're after one man's job. Here, guys. See what you have to say.
This entire thing, I actually wanted to just see a bit calm from this, because the way I want to speak to this, if I just do it, people feel like I'm being.
My man, speak. Don't mind people. And they don't say
But quite frankly, Abu, you could not have said it any better. But again, this is where we are as a country and as a people. When Liberians decided to take decisions based on their personal feelings, not considering the greater interests of our country, these were things that we knew would have happened. And Delon, as you said, is a guy who is very crafty. He's a guy who is very deceptive. Delon, let me tell you about Delon. During my times at the Capitol building, when I was assigned at Truth FM, let's say I was assigned there as Senate reporter, there was something that I noticed about Delon and I did investigation about and realized. All that thing you can hear Delon saying on camera, that's also lies. Delon can be lying to you. Delon can come on camera to make himself appear like he's an advocate for the people. But deep down, the very same things that Delon can speak against is involved into it. Abu just listed few of the several government ministries and agencies, the institutions, private institutions in this country that Delon is clandestinely doing business with. He's not speaking even when there is need for him to exercise his oversight responsibility. Asila Meta is operating in Grand Bassa. Delon is from Grand Bassa. Delon is a Liberian senator. What has Delon said about Asila Meta? Oh, you know what? Delon can speak loud, loosely, like he can speak to others issue. You know why he can't speak to that? Because Delon is involved into some clandestine and dubious activities. So when Delon can stand up and be shouting, people wouldn't know, they be clapping, thinking that he's saying anything sound that makes sense. But this entire thing between he and the people of Nimba, the allegation that Nimbayans, Delon was very reckless in his statement before the plenary. When you speak before members of the Senate, when you speak on the floor of the plenary where we have international cameras, international recorders, international reporters are seated and following the parliamentary proceedings of the Liberian parliament, and Delon speak in such a divisive form and manner, speaking towards certain group of people that the people that I'm talking about, I know them. Not knowing them for a positive reason, but knowing them for what Delon perceived to be a terrible reason to him. So when he speaks that his life is threatened, he expects that every well-meaning Liberian will take it serious, because Nimbayans are the kind of people that are involved into violence. They are involved into apparently ritualistic killings. So when Delon speak about his life, he expects that everyone will side with him because Nimbayans are terrible. That's what Delon portrayed Nimbayans to be out there. This is the same man who fought, like Kopakura and his likes have said. This is the same Delon that fought to ensure that Kopakura was never made justice minister in this country. One of the reasons, the key argument that Delon pushed in this his entire thing, and the president buy into it, was Nimbayans. But then Prince Johnson was still living. Delon was like, you want to give the security of our country to Nimba County people when you know you get one of their son as your vice president? These people could go after you to make their son the president. And that's how Delon succeeded in that entire argument. So he made the president to believe that it was terrible for Okopakura to become justice minister because Senator Johnson back then was still living, and Jeremiah Kun was the vice president, or is the vice president. So making Kopakura justice minister would have given the security of the state to the people of Nimba. And by doing that, you are putting the presidency at the risk, because Nimbayans will want their son to be president. And anything that you take them, the security will already be in their interest. And that argument Delon succeeded in. So if Kopakura look at you and tell you that you fought him to ensure that he was not made justice minister of our country, you want to argue that?
It's a fact. And
these are things that we know, we got understanding of, we got all of this information, but because some of us don't want to appear divisive, we keep these things to our chest.
Even the Senator Johnson, right? Have you asked yourself why is it Delon has kept quiet on
war
the
crimes
war crime
now?
code compared to before when Senator Johnson were around? Whenever the old man try to make move, the next day you go to session, you having conversation about war crime code, accountability. The people kill people, they put this up. And you think the people in Nima, so they
Delon is amongst those lawmakers and hierarchies around the presidency that encourage the president to ensure that the issue about war crimes code, this entire thing was elevated from the onset of this regime, because Senator Johnson at that time was still alive. And Delon, all of his target was, this man is powerful, let's do these things to get at him. And since Senator Johnson is dead and gone, Delon is never an advocate for war crimes code. No, at this point, people who lost their lives, people whose children or parents were killed during the war, Delon not get interest inside again, because his main target was Johnson, and Johnson is dead and gone.
Clearly, what does it say? We were targeting Johnson. Johnson was kind of, a whole nuisance to our political agenda and objective. So we needed to neutralize him. And the way to do so is to what? Terrorize him with the war crime code issue, compel the president to submit. You see, when you get a president where anybody can just grab a nose and pull him anywhere, and this is what you have. An old man who has no, I don't know, and sometimes you all be making the thing to look like that, but look at it. They don't think we're going to go to the mountain and pull the man and pull his and can't do the one pull. Right? So why, if it was truly his agenda to ensure closure, right? So why has the old man seized the debate? Because those that were pushing the line are no longer talking about it. But let's play you the video from Nimba where the young people appear, and then that triggered Delon to come and speak all of what I believe was so divisive, right? Was so divisive, and of course, departing from the real issue, the substance. Delon does not like to be, called out. Delon wants to be the only person, right, scrutinizing other people, and of course, checkmating other people, but he does not want to be checkmated. Sorry. So when Delon is being called out, checkmated, and of course, the objectivity of his actions are being called to order, then Delon start to cry foul. He said, "Oh, the people won't kill me. Nobody wants to kill him. You are being unfair. You're being unfair. Your oversight is being selective, right? We're challenging you. We're challenging you to be fair. You go after people because they disagree with you and they're not in your party, right? You are one person who harbored this sentiment of division in the country, that jobs should only be preserved or reserved for supporters of the UP, and other Liberians are left to strangulate in the country. That is unfair. That's the kind of leader you are, and you demonstrated it over the weekend. You say people should vote for. You say you hire only Liberty Party people. That only Liberty Party people may you senator in this country. But again, I leave that with Montserrat people. Let's play the voice.
When you say that again, okay.
I can say that Dillon is hateful. Dillon, let me just make it public for me. I believe that Dillon has killed from us before.
They don't have
he has killed from us before.
You've leaked. So let's
because,
what do you mean when you say that?
I'm coming. Because when Senator Johnson was in the House of Senate, the higher provocation he received came from Dara Dillon.
They're going back. They're looking
and when you provoking the pressure patient,
looking at track record.
You want to
lead to trauma.
You want to link the death of Senator Johnson.
You want to do that play major role. So he tried again to kill another person from us. Because he continued
to physically kill the man, but
you was
somebody who is under immense pressure, unjustified.
So I think he had killed, he want to kill, and we will not allow him. Dillon is a sadist. Not only a sadist, he's a malevolent. Dillon, as an individual, who is very much ferocious, he just goes about and denigrate people. Let's look at what he's saying. For God's sake. You will go to the public and tell Liberians, you Dillon, that Councilor Kupakua has so Liberian people job. It makes, sorry to say it's a senator, but it makes no sense to look at an individual and tell Liberian people he inciting Liberian people against a seasoned lawyer, a seasoned statesman, and a public figure.
So pretty much tell me, is the young man not saying the truth? That is inciting. You can raise the issue, then the debate is generalized, but when you pinpoint the man and call the man out, right? And you are heralding it. The objective is to incite people against the person. Whether it's the power that be or to what? Influence the opinions of the nation against the old man negatively. And that is endangering to the man's life. So when you see the MDRU saying that he wants to kill somebody from us, that is it. Because it's hurting those brothers and sisters that are working with these concessions where their rights are being denied, right? You are putting Kupakua in harm's way. And that's what the people say. Then you say, oh, you know the people, you start talking all kind of thing. Eh? You hire away, you have free pass during the CDC period because you still have some CDC officials doing business with you, right? But MDR will be a lab bus stop. We, the MDR people, will make sure that a lab bus stop, you're not passing yet.
This is bad. Dillon, who is also a perceptionist, to be discussing a lifestyle and stop this thing.
You say he's what?
He's a perceptionist. He should focus on a life. Then he go define it because he tells her he knows everything. Because there's a Dillon, when they say engineering thing, he's there. Health issue, he there. The other issue, he there. Sinking, he there. Day by business, he there. So he knows everything. So then he go define it. Then he go define it.
Is NDR worried about his constant attack?
We're not worried with anytime he opens a mouth to discuss our leader, we'll discuss him. Because we're not allowing him to kill again from us. We're not allowing him to do that. Because provocation, let me tell you, there are people who are temperamental, who get pressure and other things. When you continue to provoke them, molest them, it can lead to their death. How will you tell?
You think that was what happened in the case of
because every time he sees the old man in a section, in a Senate wing, you are provoking, walk around.
But this
so when somebody provoking you.
So this is what the MDR folks said. What is their targeting Dillon life? Did they say any threat to Dillon life? Like, because sometimes you can hear things, you can go, this is what the people said. Did you hear one threat to Dillon life where you say, oh, the people won't care, and you start going by and say, oh, the people doing the water. So you see what Dillon uses? Dillon uses unfounded, baseless, blackmailing tools, right, to deceive his gullible followership. So he distorts reasoning using stereotypes. Right? And that is a strength. And basically what we're telling you, you need to know the man. So you need to ask the hard question. When Dylan is having current, you need to push him. The moment you push Dylan a little bit, then you understand that indeed behind is like a cow poo kind of approach to national debate. You see AR looking good and solid, but behind, and that's Dylan right there. Time is fast spent, so let's take some calls. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 886 500 104. I think that was in the front. The senator should apologize to NIMBA, should apologize to the MDR, right? If he means well, he should be objective, he should be fair, he should critique and scrutinize Liberty Party nominations, just as he's scrutinizing MDR nominations. And that's all the boy is saying. Nobody threatened the law. So you listen to the people. Nobody said they will kill them. They're only saying, giving their views on his actions and what it could mean for them. And that's how they see it. So you should use the opportunity to clarify, but not to launch a blackmailing attack on the people. Start calling the people murderers, killers, and all of that. Right? 776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 886 500 104 are the numbers to call. Of course, if you live, let's take calls right here. You're the first caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the voice of the political grandson of Ambassador George Marawia. I joined the conversation from Pinville. Darren Dillon always there on this street in this country. It is a man who stole, who took about 3 persons in Rwanda and ran away with that money. It's how they don't make. It's how they don't make him say what they like. Today, he ain't talking. And he left the Senator Joseph. And what I got saying, they don't lie. He left the Senator Joseph without walking and cooking. And he killed Senator Joseph. So now, he went to the Kupakra. So the managers will not get in jail. And possible, in less two got to be arrested. Because you're raising other people there.
No, but the people ain't even talking about his life. He listened to the man. The man made one chat on his life. The people did not make one chat on his life. But he try to pin the people ugly, try to pin the people like they're killers. That's all he try to do to achieve his objective of what? Rallying people and of course inciting people against the violence, all of that. I think this is unacceptable in our politics. Good morning. Good morning. Morning. You have to move away from your monitor.
I think the person from his yeah.
Morning.
Morning, go ahead.
I want to silence this noise from the station. I want to talk a short thing for the development. They think what is development to you, but it's not good and not good. I think you get about the pressure country to the guys with the Mima is using the kind of water for one Kimi. Because Mima is using the kind of water with your heart. You know, I'm going to get a rebel again. And I'm going to there. If you get a baby from just like that,
then it meant that, you're not talking about walking uncle anymore.
No, you read for Hannah. And all thousands of girls of La Brenda down. You can't put it in. Only one man. And for you know, now there's one man who walk uncle. I don't think now, baby, in people of the PC, they got them in part of the PC. They also put their help in our Canada. So you might just be down over the drop down over crap. So what a trend reminder of the trend use for water.
The trend ain't even threatening the man. So is it like and say my hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you this morning, bro?
Yeah, we are okay.
Yeah, you said everything, Abu. You said everything, and the youth in the studio did not threaten him. It was the same gentleman, like you said. Every time when Prince Johnson came in session, every time he spoke about war control, and the one other time, Senator Johnson got furious when he left session. Since Prince Johnson passed away, have you ever spoken about Wakranko? No.
No.
It was the same Jaros Delon, men that won the election in Morado County on the life of 16 billion and President George Weah Bayi homes. Now, have you ever spoken about the $10 billion homes that President Joseph Boakai Bayi? No. The same Jaros Delon men that is talking about oversight. Since the 14-year-old girl got raped, have you ever called the general minister to discuss the issues? No.
But the man, Brian McGinnis, all of them can go chill. Yeah, Brian McGinnis, all of them can go chill.
Yeah, they see Jared Delon men in session when Senator Erin Berry Snow was discussing the minister, praising him. Have you ever called and ever discussed about the minister for the now today's issue for that one thing for him? When the sedition was done, Abu, you did not play his own part. Well, in session, he was pressing the CDC government throughout and talking about the Nima country.
Because he's considering blackmailing CDC all about us.
Yeah. It was. If Jared Delon can go ahead, he come back in the he come back with like an injured form. We the sedition. But we don't want the places. We know him that he's a selfish man, he's a wicked man, he's an honor man. So anyone you can praise CDC, we the sedition, we don't trust him and will not take the word serious.
All right, thank you very much. Our mission is to clean our politics and of course help our people understand the actual characters behind the faces you see in our politics. It's important. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Abu.
Morning.
Yeah, it's been a while. This is Janet Maki. Can I join you for Dope Community this morning?
Go ahead.
Abu, there's the same reason why when the Senator died, Senator Dino was afraid to go in that country because he feel that he level at risk. They will see me anytime you see the paper, you say walk on go. To the extent the people will feel like they walk on go when you talk everything when you see me. So anyone will see that collaboration. Georgia and God, they will not stay on the same side. You see me today, I've made up to go on a pressure. So say the public that the devil by the whole walk on today. God is an evil man and he's a fake leg. I want to get to that in shame again. Now we want to rally again. Thank you for you guys for the food opportunity this morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, QT.
Aqui o que tá aí?
Oh, sorry.
Abi, you speaking?
I'm calling for Obakawell.
Go ahead.
Jared Delon is a Navy player for this government. You know, sometimes the Nibaye or other people are talking against Jared Delon. But Jared Delon is a Navy player. He can distribute. He knows what can happen. And they are the same collaborator regime group. That's it. They play Justin Death in fact. Jared Delon, they all know about it. They know about it. You ever went to Nima before to say sorry to the people? So if the people say they are targeting their people also, then you should know. But, people who can't hear that what can happen.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a good human being, people think you're stupid. That we're looking at where we have to be. Today, the papi is gone. Just, he was the first man who made the core power. They zero him. So you see what is happening today. Just so that you have leverage over the man. If anybody about taking power today, nobody else. That is a great thing, and it is Ben Johnson. But today, the unionary man. And that's why you see people like Jared there, they are saying they are the great people. This is captain now.
We know whether you have to eliminate or whatever. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu. Once again, good morning, Abu. I'm interpreting on everything because let's go to the point. The law is not still debate. So start to say this. White still black has somebody. But he's going to the last point. So with us, we will deal with him any kind of way you want it. Will not get rid of our godfather, then you want to get rid of Golden Flag. You don't lie in that last point there. You can't make it.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning. Morning, you have to move away from your monitor, please.
Yeah, I'm Jerry F. Coffee calling from Chicken Soup Factory.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry, in life, there are decisions you take don't forget about the consequences of the decision. Either it come positive or it come negative. The Nimbalian, the decision they make, they go on 2023 election. They were not looking at the consequences.
Yeah, but I want to know so that the consequences for Dillon to be attacking the people.
Akami. You know,
but Dillon get right to attack the people that I want when you speak to.
You don't have the right.
Okay, so tell him say he get a right to attack the people.
They don't have that right. But that is why you see the fought Prince Johnson. They fought Prince Johnson to get Prince Johnson out of the picture. So that they can be successful in their mission. And for Jeremiah Kun, they really need to stand by the Nimbalian. To stand by them so that that evil net man that is growing, that they don't mean, so that they can put themselves together to get rid of him. You saw the last time when they took women pay from the picture. I said it to you. I said they were going to go directly for that his fellow at the labor ministry there. You see? So that's how they want to be chasing the Nimbalians. If the Nimbalians can put their horse in order, if they can put their horse in order, there will be a serious problem for them, and before they come to their senses, it will be very late. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good morning. This one says, phone disagreement ends in tragedy as husband allegedly takes wife's life.
In Maggie. 41-year-old man.
Genesis,
I will call you. I will not call you. Who call you?
Morning. Let's take 5 minutes. We out.
This is Lieutenant Kuma. You join you on station number 16 to be pursued. Simple Bridge, Kuma Avenue.
Go ahead.
My brother, let me be clear to you. You don't know what he's doing. You know, it's on mission to target all the strong people going back at the. He already cleared for mission back anyway. His next target now is the Council of Kubakura. Trust me, from Council of Kubakura, before 2029 election, you hit Koga. Koga be the next target.
I rumbling. I'm dead. They don't reach that point.
Hello, good morning. You know, they don't get mad to put him on Kuga. You know, it's a Kuga.
Yeah, our man, Mr. Dillon is a corny man. Dillon is a corny man, a crook. Man who pretend to be a sin, which of course he's not a sin. Dillon is a crook. You know the Babe already. It's a young man. You can just use any kind of corny behavior and just go to the Babe and just suspect my way through that. So that's why you're always attacking the Malian. But you fail to know that the power enjoying today, the Malian is the one that gave him the power. And he can go to the
and the one I can hear, sir. You know the power, then you use the power now. You go after the people. When they give a small job, then you say, "Oh, I come and do OSI. Come and do OSI."
They both betray Georgia just because for President Bala to succeed. He can't come here today and put in shot attack. But the money will pay. 2029 is coming. How long? That God don't have prosperity. He will
because you know the people. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Hega. Good morning, Abu. You know, the Dara Dillon is a schemer. He's not in the interest of the country, but he can make it to appear that way. For though I'm not a Kopokra fan, but I want Kopokra to try his way for Dillon. Because, you know, Dillon looking at Sam. At a certain point, Dillon either he's saying the truth or just call attention. But now, no, he's very fake. So now, the Bible also says that you killed my James, but now you cannot kill my Peter. Every time he provoked the senator, and now he wants to do the same thing. This way around, they see what the people went and they pray in the Bible that James died, but Peter would not die. They said, no, you have killed our James, but now our Peter cannot go. So the people Peter will not go. You know, physicians sat down in the horse there, they fold their hair. And that don't keep on making mockery out of it. You know, it was CDC administration when I fought and I succeeded, or he succeeded. Now, they say that they're not there for road, one day for the master.
Thank you. I think about that Bible story.
Thank you. I make it calling.
Hello. That is the last 2 more calls. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Chairman,
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Hussein.
This is Hussein Kill. I call from Jacobstown. I followed your show, and let me appreciate you guys for a very high critique of the government officials. So, in relation to the loan, advocacies over the period, even Dillon himself has recognized some of his slips and even apologized to the public and the country at large. But on a more serious note, Abu.
So that who's joking here now? Remember you, that who's joking here. You call our show, you can't say on the most serious note. You're looking serious, you supporting people that are killing or stealing. Then you say serious note. Serious note, you can be defending, and you win the people killing, you say, oh, that government is not defending it. You gotta apologize for that thing. You gotta apologize for what you said about the King George killing. No, man, you have to apologize. You have to take it back. No politics. No, I'm telling you, no politics should mean you're gonna see that life got taken, and then you start justifying now. You gotta apologize.
You can't justify anything of such. But don't make me do the work.
No, but you gotta apologize and take it back. Your position on that King George killing is disturbing, and you have to take it back. Right? We have the record here. You can't deny it. We have the recording here.
Yeah, now when I contested in Kevin Kidman, but I showed that record when I proved that I was in the wrong.
Who's in it? I pay for media publicity now.
Go ahead. Remember, your time finished, man. Bye-bye. Your time finished. Yeah, but yeah, man, folks, we got to go.
Most definitely. Yeah. We'll be here on tomorrow, on the Wednesday's edition of the program. Until we're here, let's keep the peace of our country. This country will not burn.
Exactly. And folks, this is all the time we got to be here. Of course, like you guys said, we will be here tomorrow to serve you breakfast right here, talking about the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. And until we see you tomorrow, do have yourself a wonderful time. My name is Abu Sharif, and of course, Hagar was here. Bye.